Okay, so this is my first video. Yes, my first video. What an achievement. It's interesting because I was doing videos on Instagram or lives on Instagram and talking about, the stuff, whatever stuff came up that day, but doing intuitive art at the same time. And now these videos, it feels important to be just talking, which is harder for me. It's just so much easier to create, and yet here I am doing this video. My first video is all about where I'm at currently. I guess I was messaging a friend, practicing my spiel this morning with a friend, and this video is like my base measurement. This is when you go and see a personal trainer or you sign up to a new gym or something like that, they take your measurements to see how far you've come. This is my that. This is my that. This is my where I am at right now. Today, as of the 25th of March, 2025. Okay, so let's start off physically, right? Put my phone down. I did not change, as in I didn't put on different clothes. These are the clothes that I would normally wear each day. These are not work clothes, right? These are... I'm coming home to do glass. I'm coming home to do cleaning or washing or cooking. These are my life clothes, right? Mum clothes. My mum clothes. This is my mum bod. My mum bod. Hold on a sec. My pants sucking in my my tummy. It's interesting because I don't feel aligned with that at all. As in, like, I don't feel aligned with my body as it is at all. And I'm not saying that I'm looking to transition into, I don't feel like a lady, and therefore I'm going to transition into a boy. Like, that's not what I'm saying. This process feels like a transition process, like a physical transition. Oh, this is my hair, by the way. I haven't dyed it in a long time because I haven't got the money. It's like, this is the dyed part from here down. The rest is turning grey. I'm 43. It's kind of thinning up here. But look, going grey. Nice patch here. But yeah, thinning. That's my hair. I feel like I'm on the verge of... no, let's go back a step. So, a couple years ago, I began getting sort of intuitive feelings about being here to create something bigger. Being here to create something more than your standard. And I also felt that, like, going to the gym, and I used to, like, I was school sports captain. I was relatively sporty. I follow a lot of sport. And haven't for the last few years. I haven't done anything. Nothing at all. Nothing. I've just eaten what I want. I've not gone, oh, I'm 40s now, I need to eat salad. No. I have not done... I don't even walk. When I say I don't even walk, as in, you see a lot of people walking for fitness or for mental health or for whatever. I don't do that. I don't. I've gone from being sort of a size 10, 12 to more of a size 14. I just eat what I want. And that could be... And it's interesting because I used to be so... thingy about... I've eaten some sugar, something with sugar in the morning, therefore I shouldn't eat anything with sugar tonight, or I should blah blah. Now I'm like, I don't care. Not that I don't care. I just eat what I want. Do I feel like my body is bigger than I would like? Yes. Does my body feel uncomfortable? Yes. Yes, it does. Trying to cut your toenails, because I've got this big, I've got this big pudge here. I've got this here. I've got this. These things were never a thing before. But I'm eating what I want. And I'm sitting, my clothes don't fit properly. I've had to throw out a lot of clothes because they don't fit properly. Do I feel happy about that? No. No, I don't. Do I feel shame that my body is bigger than I would like? Yes. Yes, I do. Am I just sitting in that? Yes. Yes, I am. Because that's part of my process. It's interesting because, as I was sort of starting to say, receiving information, intuitive information, not information through the news, not information through other people. It's very much intuitive information about, here comes my husband, about what is to come, and going through a transition, and using transmutation energy, Philosopher's Stone energy, which I didn't even know what the Philosopher's Stone was until I started this process. And even like watching Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, I still don't understand what the Philosopher's Stone is. But at this stage, what I understand is that it's about transmutation. And it really annoys me that I can't look at the camera. Like if I'm looking at myself talking, so I know what I vaguely look like while I'm talking, it's not like I'm talking, like I'm not looking in the camera. And it really annoys me because I want to look in the camera, but at the same time I'm trying to talk to someone, talk to someone. It's a transmutation process. And this is my visual journal of it, of my transmutation process. Last year I was feeling like I will be able to change my eye colour. As in, at the moment we think about changing eye colour and we put the only way we can do that is by putting contact lenses in, like to change colour. That's not what I'm going to be doing. And the colour that I'm changing to is purple. Or, the first colour that I'm changing to is purple, that I'm choosing to change to is purple. Purple eyes. And it's been a process of believing that it's possible, because in this day and age, lots is possible, right? But to change your eye color, like from within, is not it's not possible. And so it's been a process of not learning how physically to do it, but trusting trusting my belief, trusting that it's possible, trusting it's a thing. And so that's where I'm at physically, I guess, and maybe there'll be a few videos as to where I'm at in relation to different parts of my life. I don't know. This one just feels physical, like this is a physical one. Physical, where I'm at physically. So this is my journey. This is my journey with transmutation. And I guess the last, I've just been receiving information, eye color, hair, choosing in each moment what color my hair is, what my hair looks like in each moment, what my body looks like in each moment, what I'm choosing for myself in each moment. And that could be vastly different in each moment, but knowing that I can change that from within. And so it's interesting because we're kind of seeing that on a much larger scale in relation to, what's trendy, what's trending. And these young girls changing their physical appearance by having operations or cosmetic surgery, or cosmetic enhancements, plumping up lips and fillers and Botox and all like I haven't had. I can smile. See, I can actually smile with my eyes. That's not smiling with my eyes. I haven't had any of that. This is all natural. But it's interesting seeing what's going on with girls at the moment. Botox is kind of a standard thing, right? It's a normal thing. You might pass a couple girls in the street who have had lip fillers, or mums at school that have lip fillers. And so people are exploring how they can change, or even the the occurrence of people changing their sexuality, or changing the body that they were, that they were here, that they were birthed here as. People trying to create change with this, but it's not having the tools, internal tools, to be able to do that yet. The changes, I mean, as I've said, I don't feel aligned to this at all. I look in the mirror and I go, who the hell is that? Who is that? Because that doesn't feel like me. And I feel like I've done a lot of work over the past. I've been spiritual for 7 years now, and journeying with spiritual beliefs and practices, and a lot of them I don't feel aligned to anymore. But it's helped, like I've stepped into intuitive art, and that has really supported me journeying with my intuition and believing in my intuition and receiving guidance through my intuition. And I know that this doesn't feel aligned with me. It doesn't feel aligned with who I am. And I guess I've got 3 babies. When I say 3 babies, one is 11, one is 9, and one is 5. And so with each baby, as your body moves and changes, and I've felt less and less aligned. I've seen my body progressing more and more to be that of my mother. And Mum, if you're watching this, I love you, but I'm sure you feel the same way. You look at your mum and start to see your body in as theirs, or as theirs was sort of back in the day. I'm starting to see my body as more aligned with my grandma or my auntie, and that's the natural progression of bodies. Certain ages, they look in a certain way, and it's the natural progression of bodies. It's just how it is. And what I'm receiving information about through my intuition is that doesn't have to be the way. That doesn't have to be the way of things. It's the way that our current processes work. It's the way that our DNA works. It's the way that we follow our ancestry, our genetics. It's just the way of things, right? But it doesn't have to be. And this transmutation process, this Philosopher's Stone process, is about transmuting, taking what is. That's why we have to get really clear on what is. Where am I right now? That's what these videos are about, right? Where am I right now? Without changing things. Where am I right now? I'm hungry. That's where I am right now. I'm hungry. Where am I right now? And once I am fully honest about where I am right now, that's when I can transmute. That's when I can create change. That's when I can really create change. You know, you think of the philosophy behind the Philosopher's Stone. Philosophy, lots of philosophy. You think of the philosophy behind the Philosopher's Stone, the content, the ideas behind the Philosopher's Stone is about taking what is, taking low vibration energy, taking low, I can't think of the word, taking stone or I can't think of what it is. Maybe I'm not meant to say it. Maybe we'll just start with the energy, because we're not up to the next section yet. So it's like taking low vibrational energy, transmuting it into something else. And that's what I've been doing for the last year, is taking what is, sitting in it, just sitting in it, taking whatever it is I'm feeling and sitting in it, and being really present with what is, until it's time for the energy to change. And it's now time for the energy to change. It's taken me that long just to sit in where I am, where I am, to then be able to move to the next section, which is the transmutation, which is the moving on to the next. Yeah, so that's what this is all about. Watching me change, a video record of this process, a video record of my transmutation from within. Yep. Yeah. So thanks for joining me on my journey. Thanks for joining me. Who knows what's going to happen, my friend? Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, I've got a sense, as I've said, like I've shared my sense. No one's actually journeyed this before. So it's tricky being a pioneer. It's tricky. And you know what? There are days when I think I am going insane. I love a street cleaner. The streets have never been cleaner. That's that noise. Gotta love a street cleaner when you've been going for almost 25 minutes, filming your first video, And here's a street cleaner that's already been around our street. What was I saying before that? What was I saying before the street cleaner interrupted? Maybe I wasn't meant to say it. Maybe I wasn't. Oh, I remember. I have days where I go, I reckon if I was thinking these things, if I was intuiting this stuff, maybe 50 years ago, maybe even less, I reckon people would put me away. I reckon I would have myself put away. And there are days where I go, am I going insane? Am I losing my mind? Should I be put into somewhere? Should I have a psychiatric testing? Do I need that? Am I insane? And then there's other days where it's just crystal clear. And it's like, I can feel it with every ounce of my being that what I am doing, that the process that I'm going on, the process that I've been on for a long time now, is right. And a process that is going to change the way in which we do a lot of things. You know, the way in which the fitness industry, where no longer is required, because our body will change in a way that is more aligned with who we actually are at a soul level. That's what this process is about. Our physical, emotional, all of it, wellness, is going to change, to be more aligned, to be completely aligned with who we are at an essence level. And there will be no need for the fitness industry. No need for it. Sorry. I mean, sure, like if people are choosing to do it, if people are choosing to be, you know, if that is fully aligned with their purpose, but it will be vastly different than the way it is today. If people are choosing to be involved in clean eating and blah blah blah, that will be their choice, and it will be fully aligned with their purpose, not the way it is today. Not people just trying to make money, not people trying to eat healthy because they feel that's the only way. So that industry will be vastly changed. The pharmaceutical industry, not needed. Not needed. That one's going to be a tricky one for me. Just quietly. I feel it in my waters. That one's going to be hard. Because that earns big money. Who wants to part with humongous amounts of money? Yeah. That one's going to be hard. But we're not going to require it anymore. Because illness and sickness will be seen in a vastly different way. I already think of sickness in a vastly different way. That's a video for another day. Like so many different systems that we currently use will be no longer required just won't be. But people will be actually living their purpose again, like, and that is it. There is another video for another day. So much is going to change because of this Philosopher's Stone process, and the first part of it is here and now, and physically going through the changes, the transmutation process, aligning my body with my soul, with my pure essence, with my purpose, that is my purpose. That's why I'm here, to show people, to pioneer what's possible. That's my purpose. And I have received my purpose because I sat in my feelings. And it is purely that simple. You sit in your feelings, you receive your purpose. Simple. But not simple at the same time. It's so hard to sit in your feelings, mate. But that's what we're here to do. That's what's going to get us to the next human experience. That's also there are many videos for another day. There are many videos. It'll keep me busy. But along the way, you get to witness my transmutation. Yup. Yeah. Anything else that I'd like to say? Or are they all videos for another day? I'm actually just really enjoying talking to myself. It's like it all just goes around and around and around in my head. Processing, wording, all the things. It's nice to get it out and know that maybe one person might watch this someday. Yeah. I may stop it there, but then make another video. Okay. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining me on my journey. Thank you.